With warmer temperatures on the way, that means that riding season's almost here. And today I'm going to be sharing with you a brand new e-bike for 2025 known as the Cyrusher Kommoda 2.0. If you'd like to learn more about it, don't go anywhere and continue watching. With this being my first e-bike review of 2025, I do have one today that's going to be appealing to a good amount of people based on the features, the ease of use, and of course the styling. But before we take it for a test ride to see how it performs, let's learn about some of the features. For starters, powering the bike is a removable 48 volt 20 amp hour battery system. You can either charge it in the bike or remove the battery and charge it somewhere else. It does power a rear 750 watt hub motor, and this does ride on 20 by 4 inch fat tires. For stopping power is hydraulic disc brakes, and this has an estimated top speed of 28 miles an hour, and it weighs in at 83 pounds, but it has a payload capacity of up to 350 pounds, and the estimated top range is up to 68 miles. Of course, that is dependent on the rider's size, terrain use, and pedal assist mode. But my favorite feature of all, this has a torque sensor. In case you're curious how a torque sensor works, basically it matches your pedaling power. For instance, if you pedal softly and lightly, the motor will give you minimal output to assist you. If you start pedaling faster, harder, more aggressively, the motor will increase the output to match your pedaling power. That really gives you ultimate control over this bike and allows you a lot less changing pedal assist modes, because you could keep it in the upper pedal assist modes and still maintain a lower speed, where on a cadence sensor bike, you can't do that. But there are a few more features I do want to show you and talk about, so come on over here, let's check it out. Starting off with the handlebars, we do have, I will say, a bit harder, stiffer rubber grips. They're not terrible, they're not the best I've felt, but they're not bad. They are locking grips. You can see some stitching there. Over here is your dedicated headlight button. It also powers on your tail light and your horn button right there. And this is your up and down for pedal assist modes, and the bottom is your power button right there, or mode button. So you long press that to turn the bike on and off. It is on right now, which I know it's hard to see with the reflection. It shows your battery output, speed, the mode that you're in, pedal assist level, odometer, and trip. And as you increase the pedal assist, it will change from low, normal, high, and power. So it does match which pedal assist you are in. Coming off to the right hand side here is your 7-speed Shimano gear system. And if you just want to cruise with the throttle, it has a half twist throttle right there. And these handlebars are a little bit customizable. As you come down and look here, you can see some notches and degrees there. So you can either lower or raise the handlebars a little bit, as well as twist them out or in based on your riding position. Below that is your lockout front fork suspension. You can adjust the compression on it. And over here is your charging port. If you want to charge the battery while it's in the bike, you could certainly do so as mentioned. And coming around is your pretty massive headlight. Nice that it has a dedicated headlight button and custom matching rims with the paint scheme, bright orange. This is available in 3 different colors. This is one of them. And underneath the battery frame here is like a nice spiderweb design, fades down to black. Right here is your rear suspension. It is actually an air-filled shock. I'm going to talk more about that later. And this does come standard with a rear cargo rack. And back here is your tail light / brake light, which is a nice added feature. Seat, I will say, is not bad at all. It's a pretty plush, good width seat. I would rate this a 4 out of 5 seat. After riding this bike for a few times, I did come across 2 things that I'm not too crazy about. They're not deal breakers, but they are worth mentioning. I will share them with you later on in the video, but right now, let's gear up, take it for a ride, see how it performs. All right, a couple things I want to share with you is that the throttle output is based on the pedal assist mode. So right now we're in pedal assist 1, the lowest, which is also eco. And when you give it full throttle, it's going to max out around 12 to 13 miles an hour roughly. So if you want to get max speed on throttle, you have to increase your pedal assist power to 5. Now that we're in pedal assist 5, give it full throttle, and we'll be able to get up over 20 miles an hour. I will say, having the 750 watt motor on a bike this size, it's plenty powerful. Be able to pull me around no problem, even up small hills and stuff like that without pedaling. No issue at all. And we'll do a brake check. I'm going to get up to about 20 miles an hour. There's 20. All right, hydraulic disc brakes worked as they should. Nice controlled stop. Now, as I mentioned before about the torque sensor, I want to demonstrate what I was trying to explain. So in a cadence sensor bike, you get output based on which pedal assist you're in. And that's whether it's on throttle or pedaling. So when you start pedaling, it senses that the pedals are moving. It gives you max output for that pedal assist mode. So right now I'm in pedal assist 5, gear 6, and I'm just pedaling nice and slow and soft, only going 7 miles an hour. I wouldn't be able to do this on a cadence sensor bike if I was in pedal assist 5. It would be giving me max output. I'd be basically freewheeling it, trying to keep up. But if I want to go faster, I just start pedaling harder. And next thing you know, you're up over 15 miles an hour without changing the pedal assist mode. So that is why I love a torque sensor bike. You don't have to change the pedal assist nearly as much as you would on the cadence sensor bike. And it just allows you greater control. And it's a more traditional feel to a standard bike that's non-motorized. While we're still in pedal assist 5, we could just use the throttle if we want. Still go nice and slow like this, 11 miles an hour. And if we want to increase our power, we could. So basically, what I'm saying is that you can ride this bike most times just in pedal assist 5. And that's either by pedaling it or using throttle. You're not required to change this nearly as much as you would on, as I mentioned, the cadence sensors. So it's a really simplistic, easy bike to use. So someone who's new to e-bikes, this would be really appealing. You don't have to worry about constantly changing it, whether changing the pedal assist or changing the gearing. It's almost like set it and forget it, and it works. So it doesn't get any easier than that. And even handling, nice and stable. And as we get up here, I'll get up a little speed, hands free, nice and balanced, not leaning one way or the other. I could pretty much ride it like this for a long distance without any trouble at all. That's me leaning it as I'm going around the turns. So it's a nice, stable, balanced bike. And whether you're riding rail trails or in the city, you have all the features that you would need. You have the horn to alert people that you're coming. You have the headlight for nighttime riding, as well as the required, necessary brake light so people know that you're stopping. So you're pretty much good to go right from the get-go. Install yourself a smartphone mount and a drink holder, and you're ready for a day of fun. It is worth mentioning too, this bike does shift nice and smooth, goes through all the gears perfectly, and it's just a comfortable bike. It's a comfortable seating position. You're not sitting too stiff up, you're not hunched over. It's a nice, neutral, comfortable position. I do like that about these bikes of this position, this style. And those of you who are familiar with my exploring videos, the one thing I always add at the end of my videos is to get out and explore your world. Well, this bike is going to allow you to do that. So if you want to get out and explore, learn what's around your area, do some rail trails, do some city riding, definitely consider the Cyrusher Kommoda 2.0. That was another fun ride. I do have a couple thoughts I want to share, which are just my personal opinion. I'm going to start off with the not so good ones first. And the first one doesn't pertain to just this bike alone. It's actually other e-bikes I've reviewed. And that is the lack of a USB charging port. I've said time and time again, I wish bike manufacturers would include a charging port, whether behind the display or on the controller. It should be a given. When people buy e-bikes, they're typically going for longer distance rides. You want to listen to music, use your GPS for directions. It'd be nice to be able to charge your phone as you're riding. So this bike does not have a USB charging port. The other thing, which is not a huge deal, but is worth mentioning, I'm going to be fully transparent about this. The rear suspension, I feel, is too soft. Now, when I did get this bike and assembled it, the bike was sitting super low to the ground. I'm like, this doesn't look right. When I sat on it, there was no suspension. I'm like, something's wrong. So I did email the manufacturer. They said, well, the bike is shipped without air. You do have to put air in the canister or the cylinder. So I did fill it up with air. It did rise up, did get a little bit stiffer, but it's still a bit too soft. And I mean, it doesn't take much to kind of get it down low, almost bottoming out. If you're a lighter individual, that won't be an issue, won't be a concern. Me, I'm 5'11", weigh 235 pounds roughly. I'm sitting pretty low on it. Now, keep in mind, this has a payload capacity of up to 350 pounds. So it's kind of hard to believe with a really soft rear suspension. Now, there is a small chance that I did do something incorrectly, whether not putting the proper amount of air or adjusting something to make it stiffer. So prior to this video coming out, I am going to reach out to the manufacturer again and see if there is anything I could adjust or do differently to make it sit a bit higher, a bit stiffer. But as of right now, rear suspension is pretty soft, so that is something to keep in mind. With that said, getting all that out of the way, the bike, I feel, is a really good bike. For the features it has, a lot of bikes don't come with these things, such as a tail light, brake light, or even a horn some bikes lack. This has a nice colorful display, big bright headlight for nighttime riding. The included rear cargo rack is nice. And like I said, the simplicity of riding it, you basically set it and forget it. I know it's like a running infomercial thing, but it applies to this bike. You could put it in pedal assist 5, put it in a higher gear, and you could go as slow or as fast as you desire without having to constantly changing it, especially if there's a hill coming up or a nice straightaway. It just doesn't get any easier than that. That's why I love torque sensor bikes. And all the Kommoda 2.0s do come with a torque sensor, as well as you learned a few different color options. Aside from my personal opinion about the softer rear shock and the lack of USB charging port, those are things that stood out to me. They may not affect you or the average everyday ordinary rider, but they did stand out to me. I did want to share it with you. With that being said, I still feel this is a good solid bike, especially for beginners or newcomers to e-bikes. Now, down in the description, there will be a few links which I do recommend you check out. The first link is going to be a link to this particular model with the latest pricing, because prices do fluctuate with the market. There's also going to be a discount code if you want to save yourself some money, and a playlist to all my e-bike reviews. So if you want to compare this to other models, other manufacturers, you can do so and see maybe which model could be the best for you if you decide this one may not be it. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.